Good morning, everybody. Mandy's here already. Thank you very much. Hopefully you've noticed that I've handed out one or two spanners, and if, as happened last night, somebody thought it was good fun to come and put a load of comments, trying to spell a word one letter at a time in the comments, thought that was fun. Well, they've been removed anyway. And so to all of the sort of people that tune in regularly, I'll appoint you all as mods and give you a spanner so that if anybody comes in trying to be abusive, then not like I could care less what they're up to. They just make themselves look idiots and haters. Hi there. I'm Mill Billy. Yes, 3:39 a.m. Yes, that's right. Yes, it will be. Yes, over there Central Time, because it's 10:42 here. 5 hours. Was it 5? 7 hours. That doesn't add up. Anyway, hi there, Dr. Stuntman. Hi there, Mill Billy. Yes. So you should all have your spanners ready if we get clowns like the one last night in the music chat. So moving on. First item on the agenda, well, the main item on the agenda is this one. Yesterday, when read through the bit about Steve doing his pro se motion, we read that this paragraph, quote, Mr. Avery claimed that trial counsel failed to raise a Sixth Amendment violation regarding Mr. Avery's jail's conversations with his trial attorneys, suppress evidence obtained by invalid search warrants, C, sever the felon in possession of a firearm charge, develop an argument based upon available information that the state had planted evidence, E, strike biased juror Carl Wardman. Who's Carl Wardman? So, bizarrely, I went and got some articles, one of which comes up perfectly fine on my mobile phone and allowed me to read the article. And as soon as I tried to pop it up on the laptop, it came up that it was no longer available as of 2018 because of restrictions in the EU. The other article, which we'll go on to next, still here, is still available. So I had to screenshot all of the pages and send them to myself. And bizarrely, they managed to jumble themselves up. So I've got a little code at the bottom so that I can know what order to present the screenshots in. So we'll move on to number 2. So this was the beginning of the article that I found. So it says here, one of Stephen Avery's jurors on his famous Making a Murderer trial was a Manitowoc County Sheriff volunteer with a son who served as a sergeant, called records revealed. Hold it there. So he's only a volunteer. It's not like he's a real policeman, is he? Well, you see, that's where things get interesting. Let's have a look. What do we mean by a volunteer? This is talking about volunteers. At one end of the scale, volunteer, also called reserve. Now, was that not what Bushman was? Auxiliary or supernumerary deputies or police officers complete the same academy and field training requirements of regular officers. On duty, they have the same police powers as any other regular officer. Some states allow them to keep their peace officer powers off duty and others don't. At the other end of the scale, the sheriff appoints someone a reserve deputy, and poof, they're a cop. This is often done for political patronage purposes, to give the reserve deputy a badge and ID card he can flash to get out of tickets and impress people. It's also done when the appointee is someone who has donated a lot of money or other goods to the sheriff's department or his election campaign. So, a volunteer. Yeah, it makes it sound as if this guy is just, wanted to be a really good guy and do a little bit of voluntary work, which certainly in this country, voluntary is considered for free. Oh no, definitely not. Definitely not. Let's have a look at this particular piece of paper that I found. So this is, next door, Winnebago. Couldn't find anything in the Manitowoc. But Winnebago County, the wave of the future. Position title, Officer Reserve Unit. Location, Sheriff's Office. Salary, $20 per hour. It would appear that the term volunteer officer is somewhat disingenuous, as a certain person would say. Let's go back then to our pictures here. Let's go back here. Oh, that's the one. We got to page 2. Is a county sheriff volunteer. That means absolutely nothing. It means a paid officer who has exactly the same powers as a normal officer. Another name would be reserve, as I say, like Bushman. So, a volunteer for the Manitowoc Sheriffs, the same department Steve was suing for wrongful imprisonment, was one of the jurors that put the convicted killer behind bars. And we have to go to number 10. So here we find our Carl Wardman was confirmed to be a sheriff's volunteer and a juror, and a jury, but I'm sure they meant jury, juror, during the 2007 trial. Sheriff Robert Herman said. 10, back to number 8 here. As I say, Messenger managed to jumble these all up. Okay, Wardman had been a volunteer with the department for at least a year before the trial started. He was one of the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department's most active volunteers, clocking in over 300 hours in 2007. Wow. Even though Wardman revealed that he was a volunteer with the department, he was not ruled out of the selection process. What on earth is Wardman even doing in the selection process in the first place? Who puts together this selection process? Clearly somebody who is corrupt. I did find some Reddit articles that were very interesting. However, we're just going to end up going here, there, and everywhere. Basically, I think it's pretty clear. There is no way that this police officer, Wardman, should have been anywhere near the jury, should have ever been considered as a member of the jury. That was number 8. We go back to number 7. Okay, yes, we've just read that part. He was one of the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department's most active volunteers, clocking in over 300 hours. Even though Wardman revealed that he was a volunteer with the department, he was not ruled out of the selection process. During Wardman's interview, he said police officers could get away with lying in court since judges and juries would believe them. He even said he was framed himself once of robbing a police officer for $3. He was selected as a juror even after he revealed his son, Chris Wardman, was a sergeant within the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department for at least 7 years before the trial started. Right, I've managed to lose all my pictures there. Let me see if I can get them back. Just one moment. They've gone a bit ski-whiffed. Let me just do this very quickly, and I'll see if I can get them back. I say it's a bit of a pain in the neck that I say the whole thing wasn't available in Europe. Yet it is on my mobile phone, but not on my laptop. And it's I don't think it's possible to screen share during a live StreamYard video from my mobile. Anyway, let's go back to, I think we're looking for number 1 here, which is this one here. Yes, there we go. So we're back in business. Let's pop this back up again. And let's go back to this up here. Yes. Chris had been with the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department since January 2000, working as a shift supervisor and officer for the Corrections Department, according to his LinkedIn profile. The Sheriff's Department had been accused of corruption after the gripping Making a Murderer series released on Netflix. Even during the 2007 trial, Avery's defense claimed the department was framing their client by planting evidence throughout the investigation. Avery, Steve, had already been wrongfully imprisoned by the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department for 18 years and worried that it was happening all over again after he sued the county for $36 million. Yes, well, Manitowoc County's law enforcement officials have come under fire since the Making a Murderer docuseries released, with many viewers clamouring for Avery's release. One of the jurors revealed to the series creators on Tuesday that they believe Avery was framed, but voted guilty in fear for their lives. And then I think we go to this one. A petition calling for President Obama, remember this is back in 2016, to pardon Steven Avery reached 129,000 signatures before it was closed. It certainly reached a lot more than that. It went well over the 500,000. So anyway, that's the that was a rather painful way of getting through that particular article, one picture at a time. Next, the following day, here's the next article, because I think there was, again, a couple of interesting things in that article, things that Wardman had said. Let's have a look. Let's pop up this one. This one should run a little bit smoother. So this was the very next day by Tara Fowler. Notice the same picture. Okay, Steven Avery, juror, volunteered for Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department during the trial had a son who worked for the department. And as I say, volunteered is a very, very misleading term. They are similar to they are the same, they have the same training as normal officers, and they are paid reasonably handsomely for it, as we saw there. Winnebago, $20 an hour. So, nice work if you can get it. Okay, let's come on down. Let's see what we've got here. Brilliant. Now that's not loading up for some reason. There we go. It's just taking its time. Here we go then. So, a juror who voted to convict making a murderer subject Stephen Avery volunteered, as I don't like this word volunteered, was an active member of the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department during Steve's murder trial, a source tells People. The juror, identified by the source as Carl Waldman, also had a son who worked for the Manitowoc County Sheriff's Department as a supervisor at the jail. According to court transcripts obtained by On Milwaukee, Wardman disclosed both his volunteer status and his son's profession, saying, "I like what I do for the Sheriff's Department. I hate to miss it." When asked whether his son, Chris Wardman, had any involvement in the Avery case, he answered, "Yeah, he's standing outside the door, presumably referring to his son working in the jail that housed Steve at the time." See if we can get it to come on down a bit. Yes, I think we're getting there. Yes, this is when we get to the interesting bit, I think. Neither the state nor the defense tried to strike Wardman as a juror. It's believed the defense allowed Wardman to stay because of an alleged antagonistic encounter with law enforcement in the past. Remember, he said that he was once framed for $3, and he also pointed out that yes, police can lie because the jurors and the judge would believe them. During jury selection, when asked whether he believed officers might frame a suspect, Wardman answered, "Depends if they didn't like him." When asked whether he had an opinion about Steve's guilt or innocence, he said, "I ain't really got no view." I find this interesting for two reasons. First, I think what he's saying is actually true. I think, yep, he probably would. He could well have been framed in the past. And he's clearly trying to present himself as somebody that if Dean and Jerry did have the opportunity to strike him as one of the jurors, he's trying to endear himself to Dean and Jerry by saying that, yeah, okay, I'm a volunteer, but, well, depends if they don't like him. When asked whether he had opinion on Steve's guilt or innocence, he said, "I ain't really got no view." Trying to present himself as being, completely neutral in all of this. What a farce. Steve is serving life imprisonment, prison without the possibility of parole. Wardman did not respond to a request for comment on Friday. I think that's all we've got there. Yeah. Okay. Let's come on back up here. So I think Well, it's pretty clear, isn't it? You know, like I said before, there's no way that this Wardman fella should have been anywhere near the jury. He's obviously ingratiated himself upon Dean and Jerry with his answers to his questions. So yes, going back to the original, let's pop that up again. The initial problem here. As I say, Stephen Avery was complaining about the fact that they didn't strike biased juror Carl Wardman. It kind of suggests that they could have done, but they didn't. But we can only speculate. Okay, as I say, I think that's all I wanted to show you on that one. We'll catch you again soon when we do another bit of the. I've started reading the next part of Kathleen Zellner's motion. So let's just quickly say hi to everybody that's here. Let's see who we've got. Mandy Millbilly, Dr. Silkman, hi. Sarah Lee, hi. Millbilly, Mandy. Dr. Mandy, Kelly, hi Kelly. Oh, and the Hod himself is here. Excellent, good. I'm just wondering there. Yes. You'll like that. Just check. Yep, I think that's everyone. Okay, catch you again soon. Probably tomorrow, or maybe even later on. No, I think it'll be tomorrow. I'll Friday morning. I'll do the next part. I've been reading, as I say, the motion by Zellner. Also, I noticed, Millbilly, that you've got some information about the Andy Colburn versus Netflix. That it's they've changed the judge, which is interesting because I was under the impression that the judge was going to be William Griesbach, but they've changed him for some reason. Appointed a new guy, a new judge. So maybe they're just giving him stuff to do. Anyway, catch you all again soon. Bye for now. Thanks for tuning in. Catch you later. Bye for now.